The new UKTC 2025-2026 season is well underway, and the Coventry GT marks the first supermajor for the season. With 190 players entering for the 3-day event, the only 3-day supermajor in the UK, would see them play 8 rounds of Warhammer with the latest balanced data slate and UKTC terrain layouts. This event is always one of the pinnacles of the season, incredibly high levels of games, as players want to start their year off on the best foot possible. The meta has wildly shifted since the LGT 2025, World Eaters falling from popularity, and the new detachment for the Raven Guard really stepped into their own. The Adeptus Sororitas made a surprise appearance this weekend as one of the most popular factions, their toolbox approach and newest unit in Sanctifiers, providing a great suite of options for players to adapt to any game or matchup as they required. The question is, will it be able to take them the distance? Exclusive coverage of this and other UKTC events is brought to you by UKTC.tv. You can find full videos on demand, match highlights and much more on our channel. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an upload or live stream. This featured match showcases our round 7 pairing, Jack Tite on Bringers of Flame Adeptus Sororitas against Jonathan Summerfield on Renegade Raiders Chaos Space Marines. Both players are the only undefeated players remaining in the event. Winning here will set them in great stead to champion the tournament overall. Jonathan is no stranger to the UKTC TV stream, having played on stream during his LGT run and is a true champion of Chaos. Finishing the last season ranked 2nd overall for Chaos Space Marines, missing out on the top spot by a whisker. A long-time devotee of the Dark Gods, he has consistently played Renegade Raiders since the Codex released, has gone from strength to strength with this. This run marks his 2nd chance at winning a UKTC Supermajor since his triumph at the Bristol GT in 2024, his first ever UKTC event and first ever UKTC title. His army rule, Pacts of Chaos, will allow each unit to access sustained or lethal hits every time they are selected to shoot or fight, meaning that any unit will be able to punch up significantly into tougher targets and plays equally well into elite or horde armies alike. His detachment rule will give each unit in his army assault on their ranged weapons, allowing them to advance and shoot, and will gain an additional point of AP if they target a unit on an objective, making this army a great combination of shooting and speed that can really pile on the pressure when it wants to. His list is headed by a Chaos Lord, leading a unit of Legionnaires. Cypher provides an aura of despair to manipulate some of Jack's crucial stratagems, and Fabius Bile will be leading 10 Chosen to present some melee punch and durable staying power that will be able to stand up to some of the sisters' heavy shooting. The list is rounded out with a unit of Cultists and an additional unit of Legionaries to provide some strong mission play. 3 Predator Destructors provide devastating long-range firepower, and the unique inclusion of both Noise Marines and Rubric Marines will be able to devastate any close-range engagements or brawl over objectives with their additional AP and volumes of shooting in Overwatch. This list is great at setting the tempo and is not afraid of getting up close and personal or playing long range. If Jonathan wants to get aggressive, he'll be able to get into the sisters and really utilise his better strength firepower to decimate the squads of T3 bodies. The mission for this round will be Purge the Foe, where players will score points for holding one and holding more objectives than their opponent, and then at the end of each battle round for killing one with bonus points to the player who kills more units than their opponent. This mission favours the player going second as they have full information of exactly what they need to do to maximise their score and limit their opponents, meaning that the player with bottom of turn has full autonomy to set the tempo, providing they are fast enough and able to capitalise on this fact. The Crucible battle map is well suited for duelling down the flanks with long-range firepower and brawling in the centre with durable melee units. Both armies in this match have these options, and in spades. When they pull the trigger, we can expect this match to get very bloody very quickly. Jack's Bringers of Flame list will also provide all of his units the assault ability and an additional point of strength at short range. Pairing this with the Miracle Dice mechanic means that this army is very consistently able to bring its guns to bear, usually with devastating effect when it comes to the multi-units. Morven Val leads the list with a unit of Paragon Warsuits. This will be a core counter to answer the vehicles and the Fabius Bile squad from the CSM. Astrid Thurger provides Miracle Dice generation and will give a unit of Retributors devastating wounds on their ranged weapons. This pushes their damage even higher, with their updated datasheet ability allowing them to have access to +1 to hit and +1 to wound against certain targets. There are plenty of vehicles in this list. 2 Immolators will be combat squadding 2 units of Dominions into 5-man units, and 2 Rhinos transporting 2 units of Sanctifiers. The latest kill team unit for Adeptus Sororitas, and with their scout ability are well able to provide a potent alpha strike if Jack gets the first turn. This list will present a unique challenge to John, as he may struggle with the number of activations required to destroy the transports and then get to the units inside. The Lone Dialogus provides an ability to stop a unit being battle shocked, also means that it is very hard to interact and diminish the ability of units after they've disembarked from destroyed transport, especially with the 2 castigators able to provide overwatch and very strong covering fire in return trades. During deployment, Jack deploys very aggressively. With his scout moves, he will be able to hide most of his army from John's shooting if he does end up going second, but if he goes first, he will be able to deliver a crippling blow to end the game turn 1. The Chaos Forces must respect this and deploy very far back. It will limit their reach turn 1 if they go first, but does stop the Sisters having that turn 1 Alpha Strike potential. True to their name, the Raiders seize the initiative and win the first turn roll-off, a fact that Jack is very well pleased with. The opening turn plays very slowly. Stepping out to secure his points and stage behind the wall is all that John does. He does not want to give Jack too much of a lead in material and trading tempo. Jack also plays a relatively reserved turn 1, stepping a unit of Dominions out to hold the central objective, but they are positioned in a way that their reactive move, even with a minimum move of a 1, will embark them back into the Rhino and keep them safe. His shooting is able to destroy the unit on the objective and score tempting targets, allowing him to take a very early lead from scoring. Turn 2 starts to see a bit more action. The Marines push forward to engage the screens and apply some pressure. It's crucial for John that he stops Jack scoring a hold more early, as it will compound with the second turn advantage that Jack already has. The Sisters respond to this push by rapid ingressing more than Valve, looking to clear an objective next turn and force a response deep in the opponent's territory. This will allow him to maintain and consolidate his board control, as John would have to commit serious resources to deal with that unit. During the Sororitas turn, they once again answer the units in front of them, using their firepower to clear the centre and crushing a charge into the rubrics on the objective. Val and her squad are able to kill not 1 but 2 units in combat. Absolutely catastrophic for the Marines, as they are now significantly down in units and have a must-answer unit on their doorstep.
8 hits, 2s to wound, re-rolling, 6s a dev, re-rolling. I think I will guarantee kill the Lord with one of the re-rolls and then the other 2. Cool. So I'll allocate those 5 to the squad at AP2, and I'll allocate those to the Lord. Cool. And then I've got 1 suit into the 1 Legionnaire that's left. 2s, rolling. 4 AP2 on the 1 dude. He dies. Val killed the Lord, but not the unit, so I only get 1 dice back, which is a 5. And then I've got 2 suits into the rubrics.
Yeah.
8 hits, 2s to wound. And then that'll be 8 at AP2 on the rubrics as well.
8 AP2 into the rubrics.
Yep, 2 damage each. Kills him.
Oh.
It is now do or die time for Jonathan.
Okay.
He has to commit enough to deal with Val, so he may as well go for all the marbles and meet the Sisters head on. He does this well by bringing the Predators to bear and pushing up to the Chosen unit. Though a few of the Predators remain deep in his home field, they're able to utilise the fire lanes that they control. The shooting clears out most of the midboard, and Bile in combat is able to finish off the Warsuits and Northern Val, finally securing the expansion and staging well to push into the Sisters' castle next turn. Jack does now find himself on the back foot and must spend his turn answering the pressure whilst keeping away from the Chosen. Keeping them at arm's length is paramount to the game plan, and after a brutal shooting phase leaves Jonathan with all but a few units heading into the late game. Jonathan continues his push into the midboard, utilising the now empty transports to hold the objectives as he commits the last of his infantry to the fray. Able to score what he can and tie what he's unable to kill, a very valiant attempt to limit the gap that is growing between the scores as Jack starts to pull away on the primary. Turn 4 for Jack sees him win out in the attrition war absolutely, as the 2 castigators bring their full might to bear and answer the Fabius Bile squad. Tagging the remaining Predator with a Rhino neutralises it for the rest of the game. This forces John into a desperate final turn, as he's only able to garner a few points of advantage at the end of his game, with the Sisters easily able to outscore and leverage their speed to do so without even having to kill a unit. The final score ends with Jack taking a narrow win, 83 points to John's 77, a remarkably close game considering the tempo of play, highlighting the value of Jack's aggressive posturing and threat projection from the deployment. Forcing the Marines to deploy defensively definitely paid off, as it felt Chaos never were able to get a foothold in this game until it was about to turn too late. Nonetheless, a fantastic game and great performance from both players at these top tables. To see the action in real time and to experience the full excitement of the UKTC TV livestream, you can watch this match on demand.